Hello everyone, welcome again to Learn عربي with us. أهلا بكم مرة أخرى في تعلموا العربية معنا. Today we will be speaking about dictation. Dictation which means that when someone speaks in front of you and you have to write down what they are saying. More like spelling the bee. So this is in Arabic. It's actually very easy. It's not as hard as in English, as Arabic is written, listened language. So you simply write what you hear. So every letter in Arabic make a sound, and you simply listen to those sounds and write it down without any tricks. So there is no ch in Arabic. There is no that. There is nothing. It's a letter, and you write it down with its sound. However, in Arabic we have multiple sounds for every letter. So a letter could be giving you the sound of a, u, e, a, un. Those are the sounds of the alif letter. Alif letter. So this will be going on for all of the other letters as well. So we have ba, boo, bee, bab, b, bun, and it goes on. All you need to do is to know those sounds for every letter and to know when to use them when you listen to them. Practicing dictation is not that hard in Arabic as well. However, there's some keys that you have to go through it. Those things are from my personal experience. There's not like rules. Those things that I figured out by myself. So you're free to change them, to adjust them to your experience. Do whatever you want. So let's now see what we can do. Reading loudly. Reading loudly is the key for the dictation. Why? Because you are the one who will be making sounds. So you are the one who will be figuring out things. So for example, go back here to our example. Ya'kul. Ya'kul. If you read that out loud, you will be linking that this shape here give the sound of yeah. Yeah. And this shape here will give you the sound of a. And this shape here will give you the of ku. And then la. Ya'kul. Ya'kul. And by the way, if you found that there's some letters without formation or without any extra sound, it will be the simple letter sound. So al, lam, the lam sound. Okay, so reading loudly is the key. And I'm speaking about reading from words to simple sentences to a whole big paragraph. And then you have to study the Arabic letters. Arabic letters are easy. You have alif, ba, ta, tha, and so on. Knowing those letters will make you linking the sound of it. And by practicing, you will be able to link it with the words. And then, of course, you have to know the formation. A, u, e, a, un. Formation will help you a lot, because sometimes people like mix that there's another letter. So for example, go back into our example here. Ya'kul. Ya'kul. Some people will say, okay, I listen ya, a, ku, la. So some people figure out that ku is kaf and dhamma, and some people say no, it's kaf and waw. But it's very easy. Letters in Arabic is very obvious. So you have to know that. Letters in Arabic is very obvious. So whenever you speak it, letters usually will take a way longer than a simple sound. So ya'kulu, why putting kaf and waw instead of putting the kaf dhamma? This is how it is. So if it's like a sound, one simple sound with the, or link it to a letter, it's probably not a letter. It's not a lot of another letter. It's not just a letter with movement. You have to listen carefully to the words that you've been dictated, and then you will be divided those words into sounds. So going back to our example, يأكل, يأكل. Okay, I heard يأكل. Now I have to stop and think. يا أو كل. No, it's not أو. It's يا. يا أ كو ل. Exactly. This is how I want you to say it. Listen carefully. Of course, it will not be that slow by the time. You will be picking it up very easily. But yes, this is what you do. And then let's figure out. Okay, we have 4 sounds. Yeah, ku, l. What is the letter that will give me the ya sound? Is the ya sound ya and alif or just ya and fatha? As I told you, if it was ya and alif, it would be longer. It will be very obvious that there is another alif after the ya, because Arabi is very strong letters language. So a letter will be pronounced very obvious. So ya, it will be ya and fatha. Ya, ya, the sound. The sound is alif السكون يأكل. And then we have the ku sound. Is ku sound كاف ضمة? Just call no, it's ku sound كاف ضمة. And then the lam. You have to divide those to the sounds. Finally, when you practice, you have to practice with small words, then big words, fast and slow, fast, slow and fast. Small words, big, then big sentences, then small sentences, and then big sentences. By the time you'll be picking this up very easily. That's it. Shukran, and I hope you practice this more. Remember, practicing is the key. Read loudly. Shukran, wa ma'a salama.